Welcome, Inner Universe community. My name is Sanchita Pandey, and our topic for today is self love is not easy. Well, I keep advocating self love and self care. These are really important for living a quality life, for living a life of well being. Then, why do I say self love is not easy? Before we dwell on that topic, let us understand what is self love. Self love means making time for yourself. That is not selfish. You are taking care of yourself. You are taking care of your mental and physical health by exercising well, by doing more of what you love to do, by being with people you love to be with, and you avoid any place or people where you don't feel really independent, free, and you don't feel like you, or where you have to become somebody else just to stay in a group or just to make them happy. You need to make changes just to stay there with them. So that means you are not your authentic self. Self love would also mean delegating tasks. Self love would mean growth. That means you are working for your growth, and this includes learning, unlearning, relearning, whatever it takes for growth in your life. Growth can be in terms of your health, in terms of your well being, your career, whatever you choose to focus on. Self love would also mean not to have relationships which need lot of sacrifice. You have to make sacrifices, and they keep raising their standards. Oh, we are still not happy, and you keep giving. Now, whenever you are in a conversation, there has to be exchange of positive energy. Now, if you are just giving, helping, taking others' burden on your shoulders, what is happening is, though you are helping others, you are depleting your own energy, because you are not receiving any positive feedback, positive energy in return. So in any conversation, in any relationship, there has to be exchange of positive energy, so that you are also refueled somewhere. You feel rejuvenated, nice, good about yourself. Self-love would also mean not stifling your soul. That means standing up for yourself, speaking up whatever you like to say. Self-love would mean speaking your truth. Though your legs may shake, but you speak your truth. Why not? So that means you are your very authentic self. Now you don't feel like your soul is stifled. You don't feel like a bird in a cage. So that is what you call freedom of thought, freedom of speech. You're not aggressive, but you are assertive. Self-love would also mean you learn to say no. No in terms of assertion, not aggression. So you are polite, but still you mean what you say. So this is the definition of self-love and self-care. There are so many stories about people who don't realize that they are being disrespected, taken advantage of, and they just keep going in that situation for a long time, which hampers their well-being in the long run. A girl was relating to me this story. These are true stories. And she said that her own group used to throw her tiffin box on the ground, and as she went to pick up her tiffin box, they used to laugh at her, make fun of her, and there she was picking up her tiffin, though that tiffin was empty, and they ate all her tiffin also. So this is like bullying. You are not standing up for yourself, and just to stay with some people, you are allowing yourself to be bullied. There are so many real life examples. There's this mother-in-law who told her daughter-in-law that, look, I don't want you to enter the kitchen early in the morning without having bath. And now this lady did not stand up or speak up for herself, and she used to have bath early in the morning at 5 o'clock. She did not like it. So what happened? Day after day, she was doing something she hated to do. And this took a toll on her health. Again, this is not self-love, where you are sacrificing yourself, when you are not speaking up for yourself. Another real life example is when your friend is admitted in a hospital, your friend needs rest, and still you are allowing so many people to come inside and chat with your friend, okay, because I can't say no to them. Now the patient needs rest, you know it, so a polite no is not wrong. So that is what self-care means. Every moment you are taking a decision whether you are inclined towards self-care or are you a people pleaser in that moment. That is what you have to see, whether you are taking your decisions out of fear or you are confident enough about how you think, what you think, and what makes you happy. Are you aware of your feelings, and do you go by your intuition and how you feel when deciding something? There are so many friends who say you are great. On WhatsApp they'll write you are great, what beautiful work you do. But in public they will behave like they do not know you at all. They have never known you. They have never met you. Now what kind of friendship is that? So you have to create boundaries. You have to see where you are respected, who is authentic. You cannot call everybody your friend. Somebody may be your neighbor, acquaintance, classmate, and not your friend. Friend means a friend in need is a friend indeed. Also, a friend in success is also a friend who can take and understand you, who can take your success and who can understand you in failure and in success, who still believes you in your good days and in your bad days. So that is who you call your friend. So everybody is not your friend. Give them the right names. This is my classmate. This is an acquaintance. There are so many people who join their class groups. What happens is class groups maintain the same hierarchy they were maintaining as children. And so what happens is they'll still make fun of you. They laugh at you because in their mind, they are keeping you right there where you were as a child, and they are enjoying the same hierarchy which they used to enjoy as children, as students. Now you have moved a long way from there. So when you go back to your old people or to your old self, you start behaving in a certain way. So being aware of how you are behaving with some people, why does it happen? Why do you go back to your old self? Or are you pressurized in a way to believe right back in your old self? So these are certain things you have to be aware of. Move out. Don't get stuck in your old ways, in your old image. And as you are improving, you have to stay away from your old self. This is also part of self-love. There are so many people who will just call you and the first sentence they'll say, you never call, what is this? And they start making you guilty. Now this is also wrong. If you really needed to talk to me, you could have rung me. So if you did not find time to ring me up, it is fine. You are happy there, I am happy here. So you see, lot of people just embroil you in feelings of fear, in feelings of guilty. Oh, you have changed. Now you don't spend time with us. Now the thing is, when you do not create boundaries, they will create for you, or there won't be any boundaries at all because they are profiting from your not creating any boundaries. You are sitting and chatting for 2 hours, 3 hours on phone or one-to-one conversations, knowing that you have so much other important work to do, but you are tolerating a conversation, tolerating a person. So this is where you have to be aware. It is not that people are bad outside. It is just that you are creating boundaries to take care of your own peace. Because when you are peaceful inside, only then can you concentrate in doing inspired work. So that is what is self-love and self-care. Taking care of your mental health and physical surroundings and your time and energy. These are very, very most important commodities that you have. Time and energy, because they won't return. So be very careful when you take a decision about how you are going to spend your time today. Now the question arises as to why is self-love a difficult thing? It becomes difficult because you have to take stringent actions, stringent, decisions. you have to take some decisions, because as you practice self-love, there will be a lot of people who will say, you have changed, you have become so difficult, you are acting aggressive when you are acting assertive. That is, there is a difference between assertion and aggression, but they'll name it aggression. Now, that is not aggression, that is self-love, which is not selfish at all. You are taking care of your divine self. What is wrong in it? Like Easter egg says, you take care of yourself. You want me to make you feel good, and I also take care of yourself. Now, where is the balance here? So take care of yourself, because when you are kind to yourself, only then can you be kind to others. It is impossible for you to be compassionate and kind to others if you don't take care of yourself. If you do not sleep well, do not eat well, you don't care for yourself, how can you care for others? So self-care and self-love begin with you. Now, this is like kindness begins with you. When you are kind to yourself, when you take care of yourself, only then can you take care of others. Why are people angry when you decide on self-love and self-care? Because you set boundaries. Now, you just say that you don't take any kind of disrespect, and only those people will get angry who were actually profiting a lot by taking lot of your energy and time. And now, as you set boundaries, they are not left with anything to do, and now they know that you are going to grow, because now you're not wasting your time and energy. Self-care and self-love means that you take care of others, that is fine, but you are also concerned about how you're feeling at any time. You are prioritizing your feelings, your emotions, and your well-being. So it is not like I care for you and I give my whole to you, though I don't feel nice at any moment of time. So it is not like you're taking others' problems on your shoulders and ignoring yourself completely. It is nice to be kind, but don't ignore your own feelings and emotions and your own well-being. If you are not going to set boundaries, what will happen is that others will also ignore it, and then one day you'll just feel depleted of energy, absolutely stressed out, because you are not feeling good, but you do not speak up. That is the problem. So be free to speak up whatever you feel inside. Say a polite no when you want to say no. Say a yes when you want to say yes. Now, what does self-love and self-care look like? In a conversation, in a relationship, it will look like calmness, peace, being yourself, your authentic self, feeling good, and not acting like what others believe is good. You are acting like who you are. You're not imitating anybody. You are speaking your own truth. You are you at any moment of time. Your authentic self. You don't have to become somebody else and they just understand you. This is what self-love and self-care, this is what a right conversation, this is what a beautiful relationship looks like. You are calm, peaceful, and absolutely comfortable at all times. So just be aware of your feelings and emotions and the decisions which you base on these feelings. If you are not feeling good about something, ignore it. Keep quiet, move away from there, or speak your truth. That's it. This is what you call as self-care and self-love. It won't come easy because people near and dear to you will resist this change. It makes them uncomfortable, but then you have to stand up for yourself and take this decision. So take a stringent decision to stand up for yourself, speak up what you mean to say, and get ready to say a polite no. When you want to say no, when you want to say yes, say yes. That is how you will take care of yourself and enjoy satisfaction, peace, well-being, and beautiful health and a beautiful life. This is all in this video. Thank you so much, Inner Universe community. I love you and I send you my love and blessings. I pray for your abundance, well-being, and may all your wishes come true. Thank you so much for joining me here. Namaste.